All right, hey guys, Mike Caudill, brand ambassador for Go RVing, and I am back at you guys, but not with where you thought I was going to be going. I've added a video into the mix, and when I saw the sign, I about lost it. I was like, stop, we're going to go over, and we're going to spend 10 minutes here with what is behind me. And everyone asks, where did it start for you in the world of RVs? It started right here with that name, a 1982 Volkswagen Westfalia. So when I saw the name, I came over here to Road Trek, who is under the major brand banner, if you will. Westfalia is now with Road Trek. They're combined here, and they are just launching at this show. So I had to come over here and bring it to you. Total real style. Like, this is where it started for the Caudill family. So when I saw it, I was like, this is where I'm going to stop. So before I get over to Len, we're going to talk a little bit about the history of what this means. So you ready for this? Dates before 1900, it was called Westfalia Works. And it is in a region of Germany called Westphalia. Although it's not spelled with an F, it's PH. And it's a little town, and when they came up with it, I believe it was 1844. It was the first ever conversion van made in Germany, and they called it a Westfalia. And the Westfalia company was called Westfalia Works, and then that transcended into what became the first conversion van. So it was a company building them, and then it was named after the region in Germany. Ours was a 1982 Volkswagen Westfalia, and it was air-cooled. And that's because where it came from in Germany, it wasn't hot. So they didn't have to have any form of radiator on the front of the vehicle. It was just cooled by the air. Well, where we had it in California in the hot desert, that doesn't go well. But I digress. It's not about the engine. It's about the experience and the memories that created that brought me all these years later to where we are at in the RV industry now as a family. Class A's, Class B's, travel trailers, we've done it all. But I was so excited to see this name back here in the U.S. and they're debuting it here at the RV industry open house. So he's patiently waiting. He's like, you know, this guy is taking my job. He knows a lot about the Volkswagen Westfalia. Len, yeah. I'm just going to tell you right now, you have no idea how exciting it is for me to see this. But more importantly, the job that you have ahead of you, because this brand's got to stay here in the U.S.
Absolutely. You bet. I can tell the energy, and we've got the same energy back at the factory there. It's a grand relaunch. We're all excited about it, and the overwhelming enthusiasm we've seen online in terms of consumer inquiries, dealer inquiries, it's off the charts. We're excited. It is as big now as it was back then, and today, this week, is certainly the launch of the product.
Now, so. I want to tell her you did make me a little sad.
Uh-oh.
You said, do you still have your Volkswagen? And I was like, oh man, if I could go back in time to my mom and dad. I was turning 16. I got my license, and then I had to drive that. And so you can imagine a 16-year-old driving a camper van to school. This is a little embarrassing. I was like, but it was baby blue. So you're going to have to go back to the baby blue. It's my one input is that baby blue. I had a big pink O'Neill sticker on the back, and I would take it to Santa Cruz on the beach, and we would surf out of the back of it.
Yeah, you bet.
And then camp at night, which is amazing. So I'm going to bring everybody inside. Len, come with me.
Sure.
I'm actually going to let Len go inside so he can point some things out, but I want to give you some historical reference. So although it's not with Volkswagen anymore, it is owned by a company in Canada.
That's correct.
And tell us the company that is behind bringing this back to the U.S.
It is the other, probably most iconic brand in North America when it comes to Class B motorhomes, and that's Road Trek. So we've now got the Road Trek brand and the Westfalia brand and all of the experience, knowledge, and history coming together for Rapido. And they're, of course, the parent corporation of this. So we're really energized by all this knowledge that's going to go into bringing Westfalia back to the market.
And something really interesting about Len was saying about Road Trek, and I was telling one of our marketing people when we arrived here, this is the only unit they have of Westfalia here. I feel like I see Road Trek everywhere. It's one of those brands that you never forget the name. Two, they're very specific in the marketplace with the type of RV that they have. And what's great about it is it offers options for everyone in the market, whether you are like my mom and dad that don't want something of massive size, you want to be able to get from point A to point B, have the ability to relax on the road, or for young families that really want, say, post-pandemic, they want to get off grid. They want to get up into the mountains. They don't want televisions and they don't want all the technology. They want a simple vehicle that they can get to point A to point B and enjoy the camping experience. But here's what I want to show you. So actually, hold on one second. I got to point this out. So the top on this was exclusive to Volkswagen when they came to market. And there have been a variety of companies that had come and paid for the rights to use this. I'm not going to mention some of those companies, but you can look it up online. And then Volkswagen was the one really to bring it to market. So what's great is you sleep up top. I can tell you right now, Len, my sister and I, we were just little tiny things. My mom and dad, they would do the lift to get us up there, and we would sleep up top. And that front opening area, we would open it up, and my sister and I would crawl out on the front, and we would sit right here with our heads looking up in the sky, and it was awesome, like the whole experience. If you make your way inside, Tracy, you're going to see all the amenities that you want. So, of course, the kids are going to sit right here. You're going to be able what do we have down here, Len?
That's storage.
So we used to have a table. We used to have a table there, so storage.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad sleep in the back.
Fella to open up there.
It's all
There
good.
we go. There we go. We got it. There we go.
Shoes.
Yeah.
Love that. That's like a secret little hideaway. Oh, my sister and I would have gotten so much trouble with that. We would have put stuff in there that we found like in the river. So you got a bathroom in here, you got full amenities, so you have the ability to cook. You got a refrigerator here on the side, which is great because you have easy access from the outside to get at it. The windows, everyone's going with these European style polycarbonate windows now that open up. I think it's one of the best.
It's great on the rainy days. Nice thing is, if you're taking pictures while you're driving slow through the state park or whatever, there's no obstructions in the way. If you want, you can have the screen out of the way. This is a great social area in the front. 2 cab seats and a bench seat with 2 seat belts. But what is absolutely awesome about our first launch of the Westfalia back in North America is Rapido's patented bench bed combination that we're at right now. If you can just slide over there, I'll
oh my gosh,
this
I didn't even see it.
You know, when you were talking that this is our first model in North America, the reality is this is probably our first 5 models because there's so much flexibility in this unit. There's no other Class B van out there that you're traveling where the potential is to sleep 6 people in the same van, 2 up top, 2 at the bench, and 2 in the back. So, you know, if somebody's coming up to meet you at your campsite for the weekend, fantastic. You can get them in out of the tent and inside the van. So that's a great feature. But as far as the bed goes, converting the bench seat forward is just engage, pull the bed down,
Oh,
and
that
that's
is
it.
Too cool.
Extra sleeping here.
Look at that awesome functionality. So
This is Westfalia that's got this feature now. Here's the big benefit. If you're grandparents and you're bringing along some grandchildren, the one thing about pop tops, sure, they're great. The grandkids can get up there, but opening and closing for some of those
it
grandparents
was hard.
because of the weight,
It was
it's
so hard. It had a bar that comes. You pull it.
You
in
got
there,
it. So here, as you can see, I mean, I'm pretty much got that age now where it's a little hard to reach up there.
Easy.
So here, this was so easy to set up and set down. But aside from the versatility of the sleeping, the convenience of the cab area bench seating, in the back there are so many combinations for storage convenience, for sleeping configurations, from a king bed, queen bed. You can have a double bed back here and take along, you know, all the beach toys you talked about earlier, whether you're going surfing or paddle boarding or, you know, mountain packing, you're taking along a lot of gear. It'll all fit in the back. Today we know the cost of a mountain bike, and a lot of people don't want to put those expensive mountain bikes in a tire carrier or a bike rack on the back. Here we can change this configuration to fit them safely inside the vehicle. We can take out the partition below to allow paddle boards to slide through here, so the bulky items, the bike safely inside. And as I say, there's all of these bed configurations inside. I'm going to come around back, and I just want to show you how practical that is.
Tracy, on the inside, one thing you'll see that stands out immediately is all the storage, and that's something that I want to be able to highlight. Let me see if we can get in here and show a little bit of that. come in here close. I want you to see some of this storage. The one thing our 1982 Volkswagen Westfalia did not have is storage, Len, and that's what this has. Not to mention this bed sits up way higher than the bed that we had. Mountain bikes go in the back here, right?
Yep.
Drop them down.
Yeah, so here's the deal. If you're going to go away with a couple of mountain bikes, you may want to leave this cushion at home. You're going to use a double bed up front plus the other bed up front. So in this case, this cushion wouldn't be there, but you can lift up,
Oh,
slide
that's so
that
cool.
bed.
Yeah.
Now you put those $10,000 worth of mountain bikes, because that stuff ain't cheap. You put it across here. As I mentioned, if you got paddle boards or something like that, then you can unhook this extra cushion for the front, remove the partitions, they just pop
Slides
up
it right through.
and then now you can put the bulky items inside.
I
But
love
all
it.
of these little cubbies and things like that, I mean, if you're the pack rat, this is the van for it. Absolutely.
So one of the questions you're going to have is, what is this built on, right? So it's obviously not a Volkswagen chassis because that's been long gone for a while. It's actually built on a Ram ProMaster chassis. So what's interesting is you have Canadian company with Ram ProMaster with the German heritage of the Westfalia up on top. So you have a lot of fun stuff to think about with this. Len, thank you so much.
bet.
I could honestly spend all day here. Maybe I should become part of the sales team.
You know, I think I'm grabbing a resume from you. By
It's
gosh, you bet.
just, the memories that I have and I share with my mom and dad and my sister, they're the reason tantamount as to why I make, my family, we go and do RV trips. So
Absolutely.
we appreciate it. All right, guys, that's it here from the Road Trek booth with the all-new Westfalia being debuted here at the 2023 RV Industry Open House, RV dealer open house here in Elkhart. More videos coming your way. Again, we'll be live all day tomorrow here bringing you guys the latest and greatest. And again, it's not a consumer show, so we are bringing you the awesome stuff
The
here.
only one thing I didn't get, that damn clip.